Not the one I wanna copy. Go away, Discord. Picture. Nope, that's not what I wanted to see. Why do you not just save my recently used pictures? I have a bunch of recently used pictures. I use the same picture, always. Sorry about that. Big problem with going on the socials to post your stream is that sometimes you get caught doom scrolling a bit. And you spend the first 7 minutes of your stream doing that. Anyways, ladies, gentlemen, and all who lie within and without, welcome back to the stream. And we have... yes. So we're on day 2, which means... Okay, we did that. So, yeah, day 3. Here is the map. So we have until 9 o'clock.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room.
Alright.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Oh!
As she tries her best to look away, her round face buried in her hands. Alright. Ghostly silhouettes of hair dryers. A very androgynous portrait of a man. Is there anything I can touch?
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Unlock the door with the key.
After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room. You feel the tiny hairs on the back of your neck rise up, as if someone's standing right behind you. Outside, the wind howls in from across the bay. The building at Rue de Saint-Ghislain stands like a matchbox on its side, with men inside like little wooden sticks ready to catch fire. A panicking woman squeezes the pendant around her neck until it leaves a mark inside her palm. A man, a few meters away, stands frozen with a key in his hand. Somewhere inside, a spider is spinning its web.
Ooh. Fantastic. Oh, that was weird.
What is this place?
It's the netherworld beyond the veil.
No, it's a gym. Though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
What if there's a reason no one's been here
Yes,
for ages?
because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we?
Alright. Okay, so we're gonna do we have any bags in here? It contains 2 bottles. Okay, what do? You give +1, +2, -2 authority. We don't really use those stats, so we'll do this. Then again, are we really gonna find bottles in here? I don't think so. Alright. Sand is dripping from the punch bag. Ooh, hello. A shot put ball. Worn out wall bars. Smells like leathers and sweat.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard. Why does it feel so familiar?
Look, Kim, it's a trap. No collars on the barbell.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
kind of bastard would just remove the collars? It should be a felony.
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
This is familiar because I'm a
No,
weightlifter.
it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone. It's just a memory.
Of what?
A memory from another life. When you were young and fit.
Okay, yeah, we're not even going to try that. We will cause ourselves damage. Also, we got an item. What did we get? We got this. Ooh, hello. Okay, so we got you. Ooh, that could be a replacement for the shot put, the whatever the hell the old man sport was. Okay, what are we looking for? A large demijohn full of strange liquid. Wild animals. Drink the mystery liquid. God, that oh god, I just remembered from way back when they found that casket full of the black liquid and people were like, let me drink the mystery liquid. Airship rotors. Why are there airship rotors here? Ooh. Money. A naked mannequin. Blue velvet. Oh. What is my thought? But where are the clothes it used to display? I don't like those noises. I'm going over here. If one of those mannequins starts to walk, I swear to God. Skis with slipstream. Steel rotors.
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here.
I don't get it.
Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other.
But the question is, which did they start with and which did they pivot to?
That's a good question.
What a strange leap of imagination. How
Reality is ruthless.
sad. Okay. Ooh, hello. Production schedule. Hello. A cube-like crisscross of filament. Using a radio computer. Alright, that's not a door I can open. Oh, hello.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
The radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
He sounds surprised and a bit cautious.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind? This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
Hey Kim, you think we should turn this on?
We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
Alright, well, we seem to know what it is, so maybe we know how to use it.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Look inside
It's
the compartment.
empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment. Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Press play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest? Could this be its dismembered heart beginning to flutter? The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What's the production
the filament
schedule?
you have inserted into the reader.
I mean, okay. Alright, thanks for the
That
explanation.
was a question. Have you inserted it into the core?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Password. Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information?
One moment.
Okay, before she reads out.
Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
That's not bad.
Now what's that? Now what's that? This interactive call-in radio game.
Any other questions?
Okay, that's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Press print.
Nothing happens.
Alright,
The filament slides out of its glowing nest.
leave. Okay, so we got 2 skill points. So do we want to upgrade something? Wait, can we? Is it possible to upgrade? No, we cannot. Okay. For a second, I thought we could upgrade this. Okay, so we got finger pistols, white morning, some kind of superstar. Don't really feel like any of these. I want to get Shivers in line with all the rest, but okay. No, we'll... What should we upgrade? Actually, I'm an idiot. The mirror, the bird's nest boy. Interfacing. Composure. Rhetoric. Empathy. Pain threshold, barbell. Actually, I do kind of want... Finger pistols is calling to me. Some kind of superstar. You know what? We will internalize finger pistols.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes, like some ancient... Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Inspect the drawings.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of Welkins. You make out autumnal candle Welkins, casting wax-based magic. Translucent Welkins, with organs shining under their skin, and even ether Welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? You should adopt one of those Welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a Welkin. One of the Welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Examine the Welkin.
It's Vara Hamira, a high Welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Tworg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures.
Why would anyone... Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
One of them is a Welkin supremacist.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too. Just look at those details. So much effort.
Inspect the photos.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Ooh, that sounds fantastic.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal. Minimi stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed.
Keep reading. What happened?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
Lieutenant looks at the frigid ice field
A
of
note in the
nothingness.
bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Inspect the notes.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: Call in, Tune Out, Wirral Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe. The full text reads, "Heat Death of the Universe is the new black." Another note says, "The biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s. Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise."
Okay.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic.
Hold on. How do I know what K-drone mosaic tiles are supposed to look like?
History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
I'll take your word for it.
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
Radio frequencies for what?
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. very advanced.
So we're dealing with something medical here. This must be an elaborate
You think so?
thing of light.
The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap.
Wait, who's the game
Someone
master?
very important. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency.
If it's a game, then who's
Whoever
playing?
decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. A list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Muindi, Insulinda, Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Ilmara.
Ooh.
There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My god. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Sounds like some Kickstarter projects I backed before I realized how stupid it could be. Huh. Oh god, so many Kickstarter projects that never amounted to anything. Oof. I know better now, but so much money gone. I think genuinely the stupidest one is there was this Flash game called... what was it called? It was like Super Retro Squad? And it was this game where you can play like different characters in different games. Like you can play Mario in like Metroid, and you can play, you know, Samus in Mario. And it had the original version, that the Flash game that came out that was super popular for a hot minute. It had like, it was Contra, it was Sonic, it was Mario, and it was Samus. And you could choose any of those characters to play any of the games, and it was just a Flash game. And they're like, hey, we want to add more characters and put the full games in. So we started a Kickstarter, and I supported it. And then the Kickstarter ended, and then the dude was like, hey guys, so it turns out we got a cease and desist. They were super not okay with that. But then they launched Super Retro Squad, which was like a sort of like, we're just going to do the style of these games and use our legally distinct versions. And I supported that, and nothing ever happened with that. It stopped development, and it was like very bad. I think the last one, what was the last Kickstarter I supported? It was like, last video game Kickstarter was Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden. I did support the sequel for the game for that, which unfortunately has never come out. And I think up until like 2 years ago, I think they said, oh no, it's still coming. But like one of the developers did a tell-all that was like, yeah, no work is being done on this game. It's basically dead. And after that, I think aside from the occasional update saying, no, this is still happening, that's basically confirmed dead. Which is, I want to say a shame, but having revisited Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden after a bit, that game was... Oh, that game had some internet humor that hasn't aged very well. The cost of airwidth alone must have been huge.
Exactly. This schedule, I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Alright. And finally... Ooh, hello. What you got to say, Guillermo?
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
It's just a failed business. The only question is, what the hell were they making?
Yes, that is the question.
The lieutenant takes a step back, steepling his hands.
Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together like a puzzle box.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Has anyone ever done this before?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Grad, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry.
So computers... Okay, so...
Not in Revachol West, among the ruins.
So they don't have personal computers, they have like an automated system.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an inter-isolary game before. We just don't have the technology.
How were they
Through
planning to
calling
do that?
stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the Game Master frequency that listens in on the smaller calling stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
Coordinating so many games would take a whole switchboard of people, possibly divided into sub-frequencies.
And this was a role-playing game.
Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with hit death thrown in.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
Oof. Yeah, that sounds like a couple of those Kickstarters I backed. I think the most interesting ones were the Kickstarters that was like when Kickstarter first started, there was some like wild stuff. Like there were Kickstarters for like franchises that haven't had games in like decades, and they're like, yeah, we don't have the rights, but we're pretty sure when people see how much money we've raised, they'll sell us the rights, and it probably won't be for all the money, just leaving us unable to make the game. Like there were a couple of wild ones like that. Like even those were like, I never joined up any of those, except maybe the Barclay Shut Up and Jam Gaiden was like, they tried to make that their original story, because the original Barclay was, I think they called it the unofficial canon sequel to Space Jam, I think was the log line. What do you think happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Wow.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but...
They were insane if they thought they could do this.
Yes, especially in here.
The pipes howl and a rat crosses the floor in front of your
Okay,
feet.
let's keep moving.
Alright, and we got one level up. Okay, that is a door. Scribbled across the notebook, developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe. Okay, ooh, hello. Hey. Money and a health item. Oh, wait. The wind howls from the coal chute above.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy?
What is this thing? It looks like a giant ice
The
bear.
lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door.
Crack open the
A
door.
gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun. The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Take the note from the
You
door.
pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Examine one of the ice cream wrappers.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
What is this giant fridge-shaped bear doing here?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
So they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper
I know.
carnivore?
What an unfortunate marketing choice.
So they have a cartoon bear and they decided to make a realistic bear fridge.
What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Oof. Alright, let's look at what we got. Handwritten note.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Read the note.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Suliswaf.
You'll find the filament memory with the offsite copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home ASAP. It's important. Take care. Wonder who wrote that note.
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here. That's a plausible hypothesis.
What's a filament
It belongs
memory?
inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
It's like the production schedule you found. Only this one's an off-site copy.
Really? You don't have a single guess?
You mean Kuno?
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on
Yep.
our encounter.
Do you have any idea where the frozen ice cream maker could be?
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the Ice Bear fridge.
Alright. Ice cream freezer.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Kim, what is this thing? Is it a furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney.
He opens the door, generally
No one
peeks and
has
lines.
used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Look inside.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs. The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
What are you doing?
Not sure, Clem, but I think I can hear someone talking
Wait,
upstairs.
really? You should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
Okay. Smear your hands with. This sounds like. No, we're not doing that. Okay. Yeah, no, that's probably not gonna work. Let's surprise whoever's up here. An ice cream maker, defrosted and unplugged. The flashlight casts, there's a hidden doorway here. The frozen ice cream maker that's still running. Gain some more health items.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the Ice Bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Let's not touch any of these yet. Okay, so we said there's a way to get over here. Ah, there we go. 2 rusty rifles. They look inoperable. Someone has stuck some busted guns beneath the ceiling.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall.
What?
It's too dark to see in.
Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Look, there's a hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Yeah,
Your
okay.
hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs, rummaging around. you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Rifles, Kim.
Are these any good?
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
This one looks nice.
A rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
What does this mean, a rifle here?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
Alright, let's check out the rifle. Broken. It's a 4-shot bolt-action military rifle with a wooden frame. Alright. Now let's check out you.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Try to crack open the
You
lid.
slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here. No, this is going to need something else. Some kind of super pry bar. Don't even try to open it with a regular pry bar. You're just wasting your time. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
So we need a super pry bar. Ooh, hello. Intercom riders. Insane mesh tank top. Okay, so... Ooh, hello? Money. Cellar window. Okay, I'm guessing...
2 cables are plugged into something close to you.
Why did you do that?
It's black, it's not like the red one.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Okay.
This orange machine is dead still. You slip your fingers under the frozen... No. If you want to try...
Okay, we need to get some sort of super pry bar. Oh, hey. Wait, no, I just had an idea. Wasn't there an upstairs? How do we get upstairs? Okay, nothing over here. How do we get upstairs? We are looking for an upstairs. Upstairs, upstairs, upstairs. Aha!
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. This must be where the entity lives. This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here. What an odd thing to do. Nothing happens.
Knock it harder?
Still nothing. No one's home.
Knock even harder.
Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now.
There must be another way to wake up whoever is in there. Maybe we can try yelling into the furnace downstairs.
Alright. Oh, hello. The floorboards creak. What's this? Alright. Alright.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace. Color. A hollow ring echoes through the furnace. Your toe hurts.
Alright, so physical instrument. We got 1 skill point. If all else fails, we can put 1 in.
You muster all your strength and yell. Your dehydrated, hungover throat can produce little more than a dry croak. A lifetime of smoking and drinking will do that to you. The chatter from the chimney continues on as before. You seem to have made no impression on whatever's up there. Then again, maybe it's worth actually trying something up there.
Maybe you should let your voice rest, officer. Try again later.
Alright. Kick the furnace.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. Maybe you could paint something with this coal. Leave a cave painting for future archaeologists. No, that would be stupid.
Aww.
A thick layer of...
You're right. The rooms do look like they're connected. But malignant entities don't exist. At least not the supernatural kind.
Always has to be the skeptic, this man.
Okay, so we'll upgrade physical instrument. It is physical instrument, right? Just making sure.
A thick layer of coal dust covers...
Yeah, it is physical instrument. Oh god, why'd I do that? Okay, so physical instrument. Go up. We will leave. We will talk to
layer
you.
Of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Another pathetic yelp sounds off into the...
Oof. Wait, you know what? I think we'll disconnect.
Only
this as
the
well.
red cable is plugged into the breaker box. An electric sizzle.
Okay.
This orange machine, you slip your fingers. No, if you want to try...
Okay, we need some sort of super pry bar.
The bear's eyes are dead and empty. Ice.
Okay. Let's go up.
As before, and this is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. Again, your voice becomes a raspy croak mid-Sire, may we suggest something? Think of the yelling into the... Perhaps it's not such a bad idea. Try it again, son.
Okay. So I think that reset the... Okay.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Oof.
Another pathetic yelp sounds off into the vast darkness of the chimney. You're a little embarrassed.
Well, that was bad. All right. So we're gonna do... What are we gonna do? Alright. Gart. Gart.
Can I help you?
Okay. Oh, hello. We haven't talked in a while.
Just a moment.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
Ooh, the cryptozoologist's
The
wife.
closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
The cafeteria manager appears to be genuinely apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Good day, ma'am. Everything all right?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Why did you need to use a phone anyway?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover.
Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
But you have more important things to worry about.
More important than a missing expedition? I don't know. Expeditions often lead to something interesting.
What is this expedition your husband was on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the waterlock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
The waterlock, that was broken. Could this be it?
Oh, the water lock on the other side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there.
Oh my. What happened to the waterlock?
Looks like some maniac crashed his motor carriage into it. Probably Jacob Burrow.
Oh, sweetie, if it weren't for you, I'd be looking forward to another sleepless night. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you both.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect. Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder investigation.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're here. When or if I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
So your husband is some kind of scientist?
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
What is cryptozoology?
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
Lieutenant sounds unimpressed.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious.
I want to believe.
Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
The quality of research at Revacholian universities has been on the decline, but you doubt there was ever a time when cryptozoology was embraced by the academic elite.
Alright, that's all for now, ma'am. And I have...
Finger pistols, 9mm. Snap, snap, baby. Turns out guns aren't that much for protecting as they are for attacking people. If you want to protect people, really work for them, You have to whip out your signature dual 9mm Villiers finger pistols. Who needs real guns anyway? That conversation you just had? It would have gone better had you snapped those bad boys at him. Note, 9mm dual finger pistols do not count for an actual weapon in a gunfight.
Alright, let's look at the bonuses. Reaction speed. Empty hand slot gives suggestion +1. Okay. So if I'm not wearing something, I get suggestion +1. Interesting. Find morale. Alright, we got this. So if we take this out, we should get suggestion. Suggestion is now at 0. Inland Empire, -2 authority, -2 Savi Fair. Huh. So is it both hands or just one? Empty hand slot. Okay, so if it's both of them are empty, I get suggestion plus. Authority, suggestion. So my suggestion is now at 1. Okay. Yeah, not a total loss. Okay, so we're at 3 p.m. What else can we do? Alright. How do I get up to you? Alright.
Fuck, does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't.
Okay. So what do we need to do? Find morale, investigate. Find a way in. Find 1 armor piece, prove your authority, get 2 signatures. So we need to wait. Alright.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
I'll talk to Manana. He said to thank you. Wasn't too keen on talking down the anyway.
Fuck, okay. Kuno's a giver like that, yes?
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like jello.
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
I remember this,
You
Kuno.
got fucked. You got fucked, pig. Fucked back after this shit. You better not.
Yeah, real interesting.
Okay.
Kuno doesn't.
Okay. Who put the codes? Ask Kuno if he knows anything about the victim's trash. Okay.
Fuck, does Kuno care? The fuck about it?
Do you know who he was?
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
So you don't know anything.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. Trying to make the Kuno sing into the popo. You're testing.
Get lost.
You could stop to
Right,
play
pig?
this, Red?
This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it? Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. Listen, listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters FALN running down his trouser leg.
Alright, entertain me. What's so great about these pants?
These are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists. Believe it, you need this shit.
He unzips his jacket to give you a quick peek. They are graphite black and look brand new.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready. They will also make you into an idiot.
Wait, I asked you what happened to his clothes. Have you seen them lying
Look,
around?
Kuno ain't seen shit lying around. Except for that you took away. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
I might be interested in the pants. Let's talk about this later.
Alright, Pico.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
The ladder, ever climb it?
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed.
So you would say that ladder is
Fuck does
unclimbable.
Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
Kuno knows the ladder is unclimbable. The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno.
What's in the greenhouse?
Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmara. Not so much anymore.
The gardener? She's actually not a gardener.
The fuck does this have to do with the Kuno? Kuno doesn't give a shit who she is.
All
Yeah,
right.
whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno
Alright.
doesn't fucking care.
All right. So we can do physical instrument again. Who has? Okay. The case needs an official name. Right. We should probably do that.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. Thin, see-through copier paper. Mostly, the rest of the stinking cellulose it's made of dark blue plastic. With your hands, you four-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board. Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse. Handwritten logs on there is for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete.
Commit to paper.
Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's unfitting of this monumental event. The ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It will do, barely. But
Kim, do you have a
the
pen?
lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the binder, like large caliber bullets on an ammo belt. He is not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them.
Can I have one?
Know that I give this to you with resentment.
Okay, Kim. With this beauty, commit to
The
paper.
tasks you've completed flow out of the blue oblong pen in a brash freehand uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Get the body down. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
Oh, Art Cop is amazing.
A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. You're a swashbuckler with that pen, Harry, and it feels good. Feels like completion. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the Citizens Militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our
No,
case?
actually. Any ideas?
The Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Alright.
You
Close the
don't
case
exactly
files. Alright. And then get your hands on some performance gear. Okay. Joyce's info. The victim's tattoos. Who made the call? Track down your gun. Okay. I think we should be able to replace the ball. Okay, alright. Let's talk to
We're
you.
still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking. What is this? Are you mocking us? This isn't for pétanque.
Now, no need to get angry again, René. I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a bull kiosk here in Martinez.
Exactly, and I really did try.
Trying is worth as much as is accomplished. In this case, almost nothing. Fine. You try to right a wrong. It's still a gram better than actual nothing.
Okay. Is there anything you could tell me about this rifle?
It's a Bell McGrave. 4.46 caliber. Breech loading. Revachol made. Good weapon. Accurate and reliable.
His moves are quick and precise as he first checks the weapon, then aims it at the sea. This man knows firearms intimately.
This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her?
In the basement there.
I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find.
Alright, thank you for your time. Okay. So let us once more go down. Okay, I know.
This orange machine, you slip your fingers up. No, if you want to try.
Okay, alright.
A thick layer of coal dust
Okay, so
covers
that's
the
physical
furnace.
instrument. Alright.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it. Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
You hear a woman's voice
you
answer.
awaken the entity.
This is the police. Who's there?
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
You hear a low rumble upstairs, the sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
Alright, let's go. Let us speak with the entity. Hello? Hello? Oh, hey. Full of dice. Hundreds of them. The candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain thousands of dice. Ooh, that is... Wait, why did I quick save like I'm expecting something bad to happen? Okay, I don't think I ever talked... Huh. I don't remember you.
Hello, I'm Nia.
A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools with emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius.
She taps on her headphones.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Just having confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice.
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
Maybe. I'm not really sure why I'm here, honestly.
How strange. Well, if you're interested, my rate is 10 real per set. Unless you want something really unusual. Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells like stalagmites. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
How did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Do you like role-playing games yourself?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Okay.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items.
Okay. I like to order dice from you.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Tell me about your most extraordinary die. Do you have any cursed die?
What do you mean by cursed?
As cursed as this commercial area.
Alright. How about I surprise you? Come back in 8 hours with 7 real, and I'll give you your cursed die.
It's a deal.
Great. See you in 8 hours then. Was there anything else?
Okay, so in 8 hours that would be... probably come back in tomorrow then. What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the Whirling Rags?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here. The lieutenant looks at his notebook. Then, the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard.
She stops to try and come up with an example.
During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
Do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
You never took your eyes off?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness. It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
I see. Thank you for your answers.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
Hey, where are we anyway? What is this place?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Creative.
Yeah, it is.
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses.
I've heard this place is cursed. Do you know that people call it the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
Wait, how do you explain what happened to all those companies then?
It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
Yeah, I was sent here because the book lady is convinced this place is filled with entities.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
I don't know why the bank staff hasn't gone. She has some of these trinkets. I don't know why the bookstore hasn't gone bankrupt yet. That's why I'm here to investigate. We'll tell her. We'll just tell her what we saw.
Ah, the Seminese trinkets, of course.
But it doesn't. This is merely a sarcastic response.
All right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
You're right, the whirling really doesn't look like it's cursed.
And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
It is
Maybe
strange.
it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
I'll be the first to admit there are many inconsistencies in the so-called curse.
I was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real?
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
Honestly, I'm not sure. This world is a puzzling place.
Is it now? I've always thought it's a rather mundane and boring place with no supernatural surprises in sight. Well, if you ever find a way to explain all those inconsistencies in the curse, let me know.
She turns back to her work.
That's all she has to say on the subject. She's been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see.
Ooh, we need... Do I have any? No, I don't have... Ooh, I can almost level up. Okay. Do you know what? The other tenants? Everyone else is gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind.
There used to be a hair salon here, right?
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad.
Yes! Okay. Shivers go up.
It's not about the haircut. It's about the confidence.
What's wrong with a bit of experimenting? Customers should have been more open-minded. I guess I'm a simple man. I don't really have an opinion on hairstyles.
Me neither. I just want it off my face.
There used to be a hair salon. What happened to the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemiteps Boxing Club. A community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
And who was Artemet?
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
Maybe that's what Kuno needs, a community-centric kind of boss.
Kuno? Who's Kuno?
Indeed, who is Kuno? Your guess is as good as mine.
Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth? Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard.
She looks out the window. It's oddly quiet there.
I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
How did that community project work out? Judging from the kids I met so far, it didn't really work out, did it?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
What's up with the broken windows?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milias. Who would have guessed?
What's the snuff milieu?
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
It's very cool about... But what's a snuff milieu?
It's a Sub Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
Oof.
Nothing changes in her tone as she says that. As if it's just another piece of information to lay out for the world.
Oof.
Don't worry, the ACP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators.
Did someone here make stuffed animals? I saw mounts lying around.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs. Anything else?
I found the creepy mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came.
I didn't know insects had any rights or activists.
Yeah, the atelier didn't know it either. They produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
Yeah, someone took care of the little guys. I like insects.
Really? Anyway.
What about the rollerblades and skis?
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money.
Okay.
Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tumutiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
Interesting. What do those transmissions say?
The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Her smile widens before she sees Lieutenant's
Men
face
like
behind
that
you.
are a curse.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
They were just props. Why return them? Maybe you could make a sword out of one. No, wait, forget it. It would take too long.
I found a strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She closes her mind as some remnant of a memory lights up her face.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral.
No, I guess a novelty dice maker in an RPG next to an RPG studio would a TTRPG studio. Well, I guess they don't really have video games, so they would just call it an RPG studio. Getting into a literal fight over a
That's
game.
understandable. Fantasies are serious things. The mind is the drawing board of history.
They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seem to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
What do you mean liberal? What
The
happened?
usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
What went wrong?
Well, I did hear them talking at times.
She looks at the hallway as if she can still hear them chit-chat behind her curtains on a cigarette break.
They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
Oh, they drank their own Kool-Aid.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
From what I've seen, the project did look quite impressive.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic and to show up to work on time.
That's too bad. I would have supported them. The project looked great.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
One of them starts near the edge of the
The
metallic
result
desk.
is 1 on a 20-sided die. The dice is black and filled with little silvery flakes, like snowfall.
Anything else?
There was a terrifying taxidermy bear in the cellar.
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here.
She smiles and leans closer, hands on her knees like a stand-up comedian ready to tell a story.
The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Indeed, what were the other ideas?
Alright, what about the other ideas?
There was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Fritte does the same thing.
20 cents an hour is dog spam. Surprised they showed up to work a while.
Oh, but they did. They did show up to work, and not alone. There were also acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the ice cream stand. And they already had the bear.
What about the bear?
The bear.
It didn't work out?
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Eventually, Revachol ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glacé 5000. Glacé 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
The bear was scary every time I felt
The taxidermist who made it said it was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. He called it Megatherion.
High on desiccants. Not even high on drugs. High on the stuff they put... High on those little packets that say, do not eat. How do you get... Well, I guess you can get high on anything, but like... Jesus, how... I've heard about those people who, like, take shots through their eyes, but, like, this is a level beyond that.
Why is everyone doing drugs in this place? Even the taxidermist?
Megatherion?
Megatherion, a mega wild beast.
What's a mega wild beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life by telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
I probably shouldn't comment on drugs, considering how I got to the state I'm in.
Understandable. You shouldn't do them. You're a police officer after all. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
She almost seems sad finishing the story as some dust beams swirl in the afternoon
Little
air.
Sparkling embers under the window. Outside it's light. Light scatters from the low-hanging cloud cover. There's always the threat of snow.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps? I've been here for a long time.
I found the building's intercom, but it's not working.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
The doorbell with the empty name card must belong to her then.
So you're telling me the doorbell with the empty name card was yours?
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
Strange thing happened when I tried calling a company called Streamstream SA. Someone answered.
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years. Are you sure it was Slipstream SEA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore. Oh, right. But did this person say anything?
She said she was from Tricentennial Electronics.
Tricentennial Electrics?
There's a moment before she recognizes the name.
It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
No, it was something else. It was eerie. It was too real to be just a prank. Either we're dealing with a professional actress, or whatever happened, keep your cool. It's probably better to admit that it was a harmless prank.
Must have been some sort of rare electrical
a prank
anomaly.
is more likely, no? Oh, the kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No solidarity.
I have a few more questions about the building.
Sure, I'm listening.
Actually, I had other questions, and I don't think... Ooh, if I hit a 0, will that... Okay. Oh, God.
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
Alright, nothing else, but thank you for your time. Okay, pick up the dice from the dice maker in 8 hours. Report back to Plaisance. Okay. Alright, so I shall come back for my dice. Oh, right, there's nothing here. Not what I meant to do. So we need some sort of... I think... Okay, I remember the first time...
This orange machine is dead. You slip your... No. If you want to try again.
Okay. So we need some sort of super pry bar. Do we have... I think if I remember correctly, Kim has an additional pry bar.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, a metallic drawer. Slide the pull-out toolbox, slides back into its nest. Preheat.
Okay. So what were we gonna do next? We were gonna try and... Let's try talking to Joyce again. All right. Do.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Okay. So who else can we talk to? Okay, getting the hangman's boot. Find one armor piece. Get the hangman's boots. Alright. Oh, hey. Superstar cop. Sorry cop, boring cop, a communism. Good cop, bad cop. Cases solved, years in service. Okay, I can have up to 6 more things. Okay, alright. You know what? Let's actually go take a swing and see if Shivers can see us through. All right.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a dye?
You know what? I actually like her, so I don't want to do anything weird while she's there, so we shall... what shall we do next? We have to wait some time. I haven't talked to Kunes. So let us talk to the creature. Alright.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
What are those strange words you use,
I
girl?
come from the woods, Guttavitu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing her. Get the fuck out of here.
Alright.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Alright. Alright, so... okay. Find the traffic hooligan, track down your bag. Find Joy's info on the lynching. Who made the call reporting the crime? Alright. Got anything more to say to me?
If you don't mind, please put the flashlight away.
Photonic sensitivity is not generally acknowledged by the medical...
I do appreciate it.
Okay, yeah, we should probably... remove you. Put you back on.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Oh, hey, we are actually pretty good on this.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Prolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Prolidon? What's that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
just me or is it really warm in here?
I try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature.
No judgment, just curious. I probably did lots of...
I've had to take it. You know, since the People's Pile cleanup. I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade.
Oh, I remember what's going on here. Oh, this is another bummer story. Oh, it just occurred to me what this is. Oh. Well, okay, so this is, I think we'll end the stream with this story. This story is pretty interesting and super big bummer. The People's Pile, what was that?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you, too.
Just like... Oh, like the nuclear Boy Scout, that story where a Boy Scout built a nuclear reactor for a science merit badge, and the FBI got called because it's like, oh, someone is doing a terrorism, and this is like a cover for it. But no, it was literally just a Boy Scout. I think he was like 12 or 13. And he's just like, hey, I want to do a project for my science fair. You know, so I want to make a nuclear reactor. And then the mad lad did it. He used, if I'm not mistaken, apparently smoke detectors. I don't know if they still are made like this, but back then smoke detectors used some sort of radioactive material, like a very small amount. And he harvested, like, from a lot of smoke detectors. I think he had, like, I forget how many, but he harvested enough that he was able to make a nuclear reactor, which got the government called on him because they thought he was doing a terrorism, but nope, it was just a kid doing a science project.
The People's Pile was a Type U particle decay generator that failed immediately after entering service, releasing radioactive waste into River Esperance.
What is a particle decay generator?
A primitive nuclear reactor, also called a pile.
Why is it called the People's Pile?
Construction began during the Commune of Revachol. The people continued work on it after the Commune fell. They wanted a cheap source of energy for Revachol West. Needless to say, things didn't work out.
Why did it fail?
An emergency valve defect resulted in steam pressure blowing the turbine, taking the fuel containment vessel up in the explosion. Both the faulty design and lack of finances contributed to the catastrophe.
Tell me more about this emergency relief brigade you were part of.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
Must have been tough, radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened. And why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment. And early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Oof. Whose fault was it that the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
He sighs and shakes his head.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
How did you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but
Thank you for telling me.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Alright. Well, that was once again a super big bummer. I think we shall end the stream here with that story. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you again next time. Goodbye, and have a good rest of your day or night. Do-do-do. And let us see which stream gets to this screen first. Oh, and once again it is Twitch. We have only had YouTube win one time. Actually, I believe 2 streams ago, YouTube won, and there YouTube goes. Goodbye and thanks for watching. I shall see you next time. Hopefully tomorrow. Unless I eat something that makes my stomach go ow. And activates it. That is not good when food activates your stomach. It is very bad. Anyways, once again, I don't know how to end this, so I shall